Hi, welcome to Zgadgetreview. It might be time for a PlayStation 5 redesign. And it's not because Sony wants to redesign the PS5, but it's mostly because of the silicon shortage around the world. And I'm not talking about the silicon that's used for enhancements. I'm talking about the silicon that's used in your devices. It looks like we should expect a PS5 redesign sometime around 2022. And the reason is because of the shortage of semiconductors around the world. If you're aware of what's happening around the world, otherwise known as the pandemic, you will know that that has created a huge issue with production when it comes to semiconductors that are used in the automotive industry, and computers and TVs and pretty much any type of electronic device that you use. Because of the pandemic and the fact that more people are at home and working from home, the demand for semiconductors and devices has become bigger than expected. So that's creating problems in production chains for different companies. In this case, the PS5. Suppliers including semiconductor foundry TSMC are planning to start producing the redesigned PS5 console between the second and third quarter of next year. As noted by Catan Games analyst Dr. Serkan Toto, Digitime supply chain sources say the redesigned PS5 will come with a new semi-customized 6nm CPU from AMD. So yes, it looks like by March of next year we might start seeing a redesigned PS5. But not a redesigned PS5 as we usually get in the middle of a console cycle. Most likely the redesign is going to be of the internal components of the system. So don't go expecting that you're going to see a PS5 that looks different than the one that looks today. As you know, usually consoles have a mid-cycle redesign, and the reason for that is usually because it becomes cheaper to create the parts for the device. And so because the parts are cheaper to make, they can make that system usually smaller, which is why you have a Xbox One S or a PS Slim. One, it breathes new life into a aging system. Two, it becomes cheaper for the company to make that system. Three, they can charge you less money for the device, which the hope is that it'll increase purchases for those people that decided not to pay full price at the beginning of the generation. And that's not going to be the case here. This is a solution that Sony is going to have to make in order to produce more PS5s. Sony CFO Hiroki Totoki said this: "The shortage of semiconductors is one factor, but there are other factors that will impact on the production volume. So at present, we'd like to aim at beating second year sales of 14.8 million, which was the second year of PS4. That is the other reason why Sony is so hell-bent on redesigning the PS5 in order to make more. They want to beat the sales records of the PS4. And in order to do that, you have to try to work around the shortage of semiconductors. And the only solution to achieve that seems that it's going to be to redesign the internals of the system. So don't be surprised if starting next year you see a change on SKU, or is there something that looks a little different with your PS5. Now, this shouldn't change the way the system performs. The performance should stay the same. I don't think that this is going to make the system any better than it is now. It's just going to be a different way to produce the system and try to achieve the sales goals that Sony has. Would you want Sony to change the way that PS5 looks? Do you like the way the PS5 looks now? I know when it came out, there was a lot of people torn on the way the system looked. Let me know in the comment section. That's it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.